Hello, Merry Time Zone friends. It's Matt here today, bringing you the first episode of a new Minecraft mini-series called the Expanding Chunk Challenge. We start with one chunk and buy new chunks to make a bigger chunk until your chunk is the entire world. I've always loved the freedom this game brings, but I can never figure out what I wanted to do, so I made this challenge to help me focus with set goals in a small area, and now I'm bringing it to you to live test it. So without further ado, grab your cuppers and settle in. Hey, Editing Maddie here. I need to admit something to you. I did a doo-doo and I was recording in a brand new way, and I hit pause after doing that intro and I forgot to hit unpause and I lost the first 30 minutes of my footage. So we're starting all over again. So pretend this is seamless, okay? I'm definitely wearing the same outfit. Nothing is different here. Let's get into the description of how we're going to play this challenge. Now, I've always loved Minecraft and its endless possibilities, and there's always just so much to do that I never know what I want to do, and I ended up doing absolutely nothing. So what we ended up doing is we loaded up this save, and this is going to be the beginning of our challenge save. The first thing I want to do here to show you what we're going to do is do F3 and G. That's going to show us the grid, because that's going to be very, very important for us moving forwards. There's a dog here. Hi, friend. Unfortunately, he's not here in our main save. I'm so sorry to say it. You're very cute. As we hang out with our new friend here, I will explain how this is going to work. I've tried doing chunk challenges before, where you stay in just one area. You have all the way up and all the way down to Bedrock, but you cannot leave your chunk. And I've done this just by being in plain worlds like this, and I've just stayed within my borders. But there's always resources just on the other side of my border that I've always really wanted to get, and you just can't get it because it's right on the other side. And the reason I decided to go with the chunk challenge in the first place was to give myself set boundaries, set rules that maybe will help me focus a little bit more. I wanted to still be creative, but have the boundaries of actual tasks that makes me, actually focus on what I'm supposed to be doing. So that's why I decided I was going to do chunk challenges, but I hated that I couldn't get those resources. So I came up with the Expanding Chunk Challenge. I'm not saying this doesn't exist elsewhere, but I've never seen it before, so this is my version of it with my own rules. So I will link down below the Google Doc that we will be going through throughout the series. If you want to join me on this and do this as well, you can have a look at the Google Doc and you'll find all the information there of how to do it. But as a brief rundown, we are going to be able to buy 10 chunks. This is chunk 1, this is the chunk we start in, and it's our spawn chunk. And the reason I've decided to do it at spawn is so that basically, if you're out exploring the world, eventually, once we finish a challenge and we have access to the entire world, if we ever die and we need to come back here, we already have a base set up. We have everything we could possibly need. The point of this challenge, by the time we get all 10 chunks, we will have everything we need to be able to go to the nether. We'll have things ready to be able to enchant. We'll have a full set of diamond tools and armor. And we are going to start today by doing our chunk 2 requirements. Now, in order to buy your next chunk, what you need to do is meet each level's requirements outlined in the Google Docs. So again, if you want to have a look at that, it will be linked below. And once you buy each new chunk, you can get access to any chunk that's connected to yours. So this is our starting chunk. So what we'll be able to do is we can buy in any of these 4 directions. And then once we buy a chunk, say we buy this one right here, once we have this, we can then buy off of any of the chunks that we've seen, or any of these other chunks here that are connected. So the idea is to buy 10 chunks in total, and once you've had all 10 chunks bought, you then get access to the entire world, but you will have this entire new base built. So the plan with this challenge is to start small, work on specific tasks, and build up until we can eventually have access to the rest of the world. Now, as I say, each chunk does have requirements, so to be able to buy our next chunk, here in episode 1, what we're going to do is get ourselves a full set of copper tools and armor. So we are going to need 35 copper ingots today. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be digging down, starting a little mini base, getting ourselves set up and sorted in here. And what I will say is, because I obviously lost my first 30 minutes of footage, it's a very quick rundown of what actually happened and where we're going to catch up in the footage, because you will notice after this section that stuff has happened, and clearly you won't get to see it because I was an idiot and I didn't press record. I will be getting better at that, I promise you. It's just a brand new way of me filming, so I'm trying it, I'm working out the kinks, and we'll get there eventually. But what we end up doing in the 30 minutes or so that we missed is we cut down some trees, we do some like basic resource gathering, and then down in here we basically, let me just break this off so you can see it. We basically started off down here. This is our little area. We dug into the side of this bit. We made just a little bit of a hole down underground so we can start putting stuff there. and we began a little bit of digging down into a mine shaft. There's not too much that you missed. The only thing that's really important to note in this right now is that down below, and you will see that as we go through later, there is a little water pool underneath here that we did discover, but we just plugged it back up and we carried on, and that's where we're going to join back in with the old footage right now. Thank you guys for putting up with me doing this completely wrong, but I will be better at this moving forwards. I'm going to try and keep these episodes to one chunk per episode, and if things are going to take a bit longer, we'll split them up between multiple episodes. But today, chunk one, we're going to be gathering copper and we're going to be making some tools and some armor. Thank you guys for sticking around and listening to the instructions. Now let's get back into the video and I will see you guys on the other side. So it's such a really good time to mention this. One of the rules we have in this challenge is that you're not allowed to leave your bordered chunks to be able to go and... The snow exploding around me is freaking me out. Let me try that again. Anytime an item of yours from your chunk lands outside of your border, you cannot go outside of your border to get it. But because it is yours from your chunk, like this wood, for example, and this sapling, it came from the tree that I cut down here. It was in this back corner. So technically it's in a chunk I own. If you can't pick it up by getting close enough to it, like here, you clearly can't. For the sake of the rules, because it does belong to you, by using a water bucket or by using items, you are allowed to do that. So I might lose that chunk, but I don't really care about the cobblestone. We can get plenty of that. But I really wanted that sapling and the wood. So that's something I have put in the rules, that you are allowed to use other blocks and water to bring things back into your chunk, but you're not allowed to leave the lines to go and get them. And oops, sorry. So that was something I shouldn't have done. I shouldn't have broken that leaf. I didn't see the chunk line. My bad. Luckily, I didn't get anything from it. But if you, to be honest, the rules are, you know, if you accidentally break something outside of it, just fill it back in again. Don't keep that resource. Say you like find a bit of coal and you're like, oh, oops, that was outside of my thing. I shouldn't have picked that up. Just drop it again. And it's fine. Like, I know it's a bit of a trust system, but I do trust you. You can do what you need to do to get your items back. And if you do accidentally break something, just drop it on the floor again. It's fine. But what I am looking forward to very soon here is knowing that we have water access, because this is going to be quite huge. Being able to get in here. I just don't think we only got two bits of iron? I don't think we got any more than that. Yes, we can't even make a bucket yet, but the fact that we'll be able to get that pretty quickly means we'll actually be able to get a farm going. It's going to take a while because we only have the one bit of weed. But if we're able to get like some bone or something to make bone meal, we can make more bits of grass and hopefully get more seeds, etc., etc. So hopefully we'll be able to actually get a farm going pretty quick. One of the things we do have to do for one of our later chunks is have a sustainable food source. And in my practice, I got really, really lucky and I fished up a fishing rod with mending on it. So that counted as sustainable because every time you fish up anything, you get experience. So it constantly repairs the fishing rod as you use it. So essentially, the fishing rod will never break, which is so cool. So that counted as a sustainable food source. So what we're gonna have to do here is either we're gonna have to make a really big farm, or we're gonna have to lure some cows in. I noticed we did have some cows. They've gone a little bit far away now, but if they wander back over, if they come close enough that we can encourage them to come over and we can have them, then that's great for us. But yeah, we'll be able to make a sustainable food source quite easy. I would love to access to that lake down there, make like a little like boating ring or something. Could be quite fun. And obviously we don't have ice skates in this game, but I love the idea of having that. I think that'd be really cool. What is this? What kind of wood did we had oak? I didn't even notice we had that. That's my bad entirely. But that's really cool though, actually, because that means we have a second wood type and hopefully soon a third wood type if we are able to access the birch. Once we get that, that'll be cool. We have so many saplings. Love that for us. Okay, we don't need the hoe right now. Let's put that up. Keep the sticks on us. We'll keep the coal on us. Let's make ourselves a furnace. There's not really anything for us to smelt right now, but at least now we'll have one. So let's just drop that in the corner. I'm actually going to bring this down. It's a bit weird having this on my stairs. So bring that down, put you right there. There we go. So yeah, outside, I think we're pretty much done cutting down the trees. So basically I'm just going to drop some more saplings down and start growing some more stuff. I don't want it so far to the edge that we're going to lose too much. So I'm going to sort of plant stuff closer in. Let's grab that oak sapling, actually. grab you, and let's grab maybe 2 more spruce saplings. Not too many that is going to like completely crowd us out, but I definitely want some more trees here. I see the sun is starting to go down, so that's going to be a bit of a problem pretty soon. But a big problem we're going to start finding like fairly soon, I think, is food. We have no food right now. So we are going to have to be super careful. We're going to get to a point where we are going to have to start like hopefully we can find some more iron to make a bucket to get water to make the field grow faster, because we have that one little bit of wheat. And we need that to grow faster. We need to get more seeds to be able to make the farm, because obviously in order for us to actually eat, we need 3 pieces of wheat to make the bread, or we need to get a cow close enough that will be able to, you know, do the things to be able to actually get that. So we do have gravel here, which is helpful for if we ever want to find flint, which you're going to want eventually, but not anytime soon. So the second we find 1 piece of it, we're just going to put it up. It'll be a flint and steel for as and when we do a nether portal. We don't have to go to the nether. We don't have to go into the nether for the challenge, but we do have to build a nether portal. So we're at least going to need to be able to get obsidian. Hopefully that's the final chunk. Hopefully by the time we get there, we will have access to lava. I'm going to be really upset if we don't. It's going to be super unfortunate. You know what? I'm just going to use the rest of these sticks, and we're going to make a buttload of torches because we're going to need them. So let's just put you there for now. Break all the stuff there. That's fine. So yeah, I'm just going to keep digging. If anything interesting happens between now and when I finish digging my hole, I will come back. But otherwise, we are just going to kind of try and survive the night. It is definitely dark out now, so we're going to have to start listening. I will keep my ears out for any spiders or anything that we can go and kill. At this point, I'm even considering it might get to a point where we might have to like kill zombies and eat their rotten flesh just so we don't die of starvation. But that is an absolute like final last resort. We really don't want to have to do that if we don't need to. So I'm gonna just keep digging. If I see anything cool, I will come back, but otherwise I will see you once I have found something cool. All right, my pickaxe broke, and I'm hearing stuff outside. I do hear a zombie. I don't think I hear any spiders, so I'm gonna go and take a cheeky little peek outside. It's probably going to be just a quick look around the perimeter, make sure we're safe, kill anything which comes our way. Hopefully we don't get shot at by anyone. But this is going to be basically what the first few nights is going to be, is us finding things to kill, and hopefully finding some spiders. As I say, we are going to need the spiders for the wool. I'm really hoping, because the creepers are so heckin' quiet, I'm hoping that we are able to catch them if they come our way. The zombies are kind of just annoying because they can track you from so far away. But we have some rotten flesh now, so at least if we become super desperate. Zombie villager. Do we reckon we can trap him? I'm wondering if we can. Oh, okay. I don't want to die to him, but imagine if we can cure him later. That would actually be hilarious. Take away this. Hang on. I'm going to try this. I hope I don't die to this, but I think it would be quite funny if we can trap him and, like, keep him safe and, like, get him later. It's fine. We want... Oh, God, where is it? Let's build a roof. Okay, so I need to get him in this hole and then get out without dying. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Let's see if I can do this. I'm probably going to die, but it will be hilarious. So you want to get in here. Get him in here with us. And then try and trap him. So let's get rid of the snow. Oh, we're going to die. We're so dead. Oops. Well, hopefully he can't get out of there now. We have nothing. I need to find all my stuff again. It's over on this one. Quick, get me all my stuff. Get in my hole! Quick! Safety hole! Go! Yes! We trapped a zombie villager. He's probably going to despawn. I don't think there's anything we can do about that, but I think that's just hilarious that we can keep him. Like, the chance of us getting to the nether to get blaze rods to make the potion of weakness, because we need to get blaze rods to make the brewing stand, and either a blaze rod or blaze powder or something to be able to make the potion of weakness. I looked it up the other day because I found a zombie villager and was like, how do I do this? Chances of us doing that are very, very slim. Especially in the time it's gonna take for the zombie villager to not despawn. But I think it would be hilarious if we can like keep him in there like a little pet, and like hopefully he doesn't despawn and we can like save him later and have a villager. I think that'd be so cool. I don't know what else I lost out there though. So I got my sword, which is fantastic, but I'm like pretty sure that I lost like an axe and stuff like that. So I'm gonna have to go back out here and try and find my things. Where did they explode to? Is there any more of my stuff out here? Oh, don't tell me it's in there with him. Oh, that's annoying. Alright, where is this guy? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh! Okay. That's a bit close for comfort. I'm gonna hide. We're definitely gonna die. If I eat this rotten flesh right now, is that gonna be an... This is probably a bad idea, isn't it? Yeah, we're not healing. Oh, well. Oh, wait, we are healing. Wait, okay, hang on. This is not the way I should be doing this. It's not ideal, but we're healing a little bit. We have trapped the zombie villager. And it's about to be daytime, so I think I call that a success, maybe? There's an enderman outside. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I am grabbing, just because I'm afraid, I'm grabbing a boat. So if you see that enderman, we can like chuck him in there and I can try and get some ender pearls. Because I don't want him running at me and then killing me off the bat. Yes, we trapped him! We got ourselves a zombie villager, friends. Oh, I see him. Hold on. Where do I want to do this? Let's put the boat right here. Actually, wait. That's just not a good place for a hang on. I'm gonna see if we can coax this enderman over. Where is he? Where did you go? I saw you on the lake. I kind of want his stuff. I want to see if we can get an ender pearl from him. If we can start getting those things now, that'd be really useful, because essentially, like, the point of this challenge is not just to have goals and play the game in a small sense, but also to kind of set you up. So, like, you can play this in hardcore. If you want to, you can play this in hardcore. I'm not, because, I mean, as you saw, I would have already have died. But the idea being, if you don't play it in hardcore, you have a spawn that you can come back to. So if for whatever reason you're out exploring and your bed gets destroyed and you die out in the wilderness, you have somewhere to come back to. So your spawn is built up. You can leave resources here. You know, you can leave some extra like equipment and stuff. So when you die, you can come back here and have like a safe zone, which I like. I like having that as an idea. So we can come back and there's a place here that you can just get what you need. I've lost the Enderman. He's gone. So I guess we're not getting stuff from him today, but if he pops up again, I'll have a look and see if I can get him over here. But yeah, so we've trapped ourselves a zombie villager. I'm not really sure what we're going to do with him, but he's just going to stay in that hole and hopefully just keep growling. I'm hoping he's not going to despawn. He probably will when I close the game and then reload it. Like when we're done today, he's probably just going to disappear, but it's fine. We'll see if we can keep him. If he disappears, whatever, we'll just delete the building that we made. But I think it's fine. So all you really missed before all of the chaos happened was I just dug a little bit further down here, and then I kind of got to roughly the level of copper. And I'm just like, I've gone all the way to the edge here, and I'm just like digging through and... Oh no, did I lose all my torches? Oh, that's annoying actually, because that's so much coal. That's actually quite frustrating, because, oh... The amount of coal we just used for those torches, and I just lost everything. I bet you it's in with the zombie villager. So yeah, I've just been down here just like starting the strip mine. And this is as far back as we can go here. So we can get this coal, which actually, yeah, I'm going to get because we were just talking about needing some. And I'm just kind of strip mining around just to kind of see what there is. If there's nothing of special note in the staircase, then whatever. If you find a cave, that would be cool. But as it is, we're just looking for coal and copper at this point, because we need our copper tools to be able to buy the next chunk, and to be able, there's copper right there, so that's great. But to be able to smelt the copper, obviously we need a bunch of coal. Oh no! We can get the one here, but we're not going to be able to get the whole vein because it's inside the wall and we don't own that chunk. Oh, that's kind of savage, actually. Yeah, no, this is just, to me, this is such a fun way to play. Just because, as I say, I get so overwhelmed. I don't know what I'm doing. It's kind of the best of both worlds, where I get to just dig and strip mine, but at the same time, it's for a purpose. It's for a goal, you know. We have to build things. Like, part of the things we have to do is have 3 unique buildings, and we get to, like, have limited resources, but have the fun of expanding your resource pool by buying new chunks. So, like, here we've got stone, we have andesite. We do have 2 types of wood, but say we wanted birch, we do the requirement for the chunk, and then we can buy the next chunk across, and then we have more land to build on, and we have a new wood type. So I just think it's like a good bit of fun, just for my brain, the way I like to play things. When we have so much creative freedom, I don't always like know what I want to do. So having something like this is like a really nice way for my brain to just kind of go, this is what we're going to do. Like, this is the plan. And yeah, maybe, hopefully, what I'm hoping this is going to do is it's going to help me become more, what's the word? I guess freer with the way I play. And, oh God, how do I leave? There it is. Yeah, I'm hoping it's going to make me a better builder and make me better at exploring, or be able to, you know, appreciate resources and learn the different things that we can make in the game better. You know, because, like, it's stuff that I would like to be able to do, but I don't necessarily know what I'm doing. So it's kind of reminding me I don't need to know what I'm doing as long as I'm having fun. And I am having fun. It's a really interesting way for me to play, you know. And we have our first bit of copper. We do need. I can check the document actually while we're here. Screw it. Let's have a look at it together. It is, and I'll leave the link to the challenge down below. So if you want to go and check it out yourself, it's a Google Doc. It's got all the information of how to set it up and how to play the game and everything. So everything is there. But what we need to buy chunk 2 is a full set of copper tools and armor, which is 35 copper ingots. So we need pickaxe, axe, shovel, sword, and hoe, and then helmet, chestplate, leggings, and boots. So to be able to get that, we need 35 copper ingots. We have 7. I'm not going to bother wasting our coal by not having a full stack. It's 1 coal to 8 things it can burn. So if we only have 7, I'm not going to bother with that right now. But what we are going to do is we're going to go and just strip mine a little bit more. There's not really much we can do up here. Honestly, the only things we can really do outside is wait for the wheat to grow, which is going to take absolutely forever. And wait for the trees to grow. The Enderman is not here. I think he's gone. So much. I'm going to get rid of this boat. I forgot I put that there, actually, to be honest with you. But yeah, so there's not really much we can do on the outside here. Pretty much all we're really going to want to do outside at the moment is try and kill spiders. Hopefully we can find a cave underneath us, or even if need be, we might even be able to just make an area that's just like a room like this. It's just pitch dark, and just have it fill with mobs. And maybe we'll be able to get spiders that way, but that's going to be a bit of a death sentence if we do that. We're going to have to be super careful about doing that. So yeah, I'm just going to keep strip mining. We're going to look for some more copper. And then once nighttime hits, I'm going to go and have a listen and see if we can get any spiders upstairs. I don't know if we got a bone from that 1 skeleton we killed. If we did, that would have been really nice to be able to just bone meal the ground, or bone meal the wheat to make it grow faster. Is that something up there? It is. Ooh, we have more iron. I will take everything. Thank you. But yeah, I don't think... Oh, that's a lot of iron, actually. Ooh. This is cool, because one of the things we have later, one of the later chunks, is a full set of iron tools and armor. And I was really struggling in my test of this to be able to get enough, words are hard, to get enough. I was really struggling to get enough iron to be able to make all of the stuff that I needed to make. It was really hard to get it, but I was getting so much copper. And the irony is, I found barely any copper, but we've already found 2 bits of iron, which is great. Like 2 mini iron veins. Like we already have 7 plus 2 we have, so that's 8. And I think it's 45 iron ingots is what we need overall to be able to get everything. So we're already making good headway on that, which is awesome. So yeah, I'm just going to keep going. We're just going to strip mine for a little bit longer. Go and look outside when it's nighttime. We're probably going to die because we only have 2 hearts of health and we have no food. Which is why I say if you want to play it on hardcore, feel free to, but it's going to be very, very difficult. It's going to be a tough old challenge doing this on hardcore when you don't have, like, quick, easy access to food. So I'm just going to keep going on this, keep digging down a little bit. Let's go see, is it nighttime yet? Probably not. Let me just go check though, just in case. This is going to be so much more interesting once we actually start building a base above ground, but right now, it's basically just stay alive. Right, we have a regular zombie out here. I'm not hearing spiders though, which is really what we need. I am just going to leave this open for a second, so if he comes over here, like if he's seen us and is tracking us, then should be able to kill him if he comes over, but yeah, spiders really is what we need here, because we need the string. Because the thing is, it's not going to take long for phantoms to start coming up, and when the phantoms are here, it's going to be scary. Okay, I'm afraid. Ha! Tricked! Yeah. Oh! Okay, no, it's fine. We'll be fine here. We can get him. Okay, that's enough pushing my luck for right now. we're not gonna worry about that. Oh god, this is gonna be so bad for us, but hopefully we don't die. We're gonna try and use the rotten flesh just to heal up a little bit so we can do some more exploration outside. Obviously it's not ideal, but if it's the only food source we're gonna get right now, and at least it heals us, we're just gonna have to do what we can with it. I'm trying to listen out for the difference between the zombie villager and other zombies. My worry is if we can't hear creepers, because if we lose the zombie villager, we lose the zombie villager, but my worry is it's either we're going to blow a hole in the wall and then it's going to come out and kill me, or it's going to blow a hole into the roof. I'm not sure if we went down deep enough to make that not be a problem. So we're just going to have to see. Alright, that's the last of the rotten flesh. Let's try and heal as much as we can. This is fine. We'll be fine. This is the most health we've had in quite a while, to be honest with you. So I think we'll be okay. Yeah. Hear me. Hello. Oh, I see a creeper over there. That's scary. I don't want it to blow. That's the wrong item. It's fine. I just don't want a hole blown in the side of my area, to be honest. So I'm going to eat this rotten flesh now just to finish healing up. I know we're not going to be healed all the way, but to be honest, if this is the only way of getting a health back right now, I will take what I can get. I'm annoyed that I'm not hearing any more spiders because we only have 2 string and we need a lot more string if we're going to want to make a bed here. I don't know how many days it is until phantoms spawn, but it's probably going to be pretty soon. Okay, I'm just going to go back to my staircase. That's pretty much all I can do right now is just dig. So let me go back to doing this. Again, if anything interesting happens, I'll come back. But otherwise, I'm just going to be digging and looking for copper and for coal and for iron and stuff. So, yeah, I'll be back if something cool happens, I guess. Okay, it's been literally like 30 seconds. Last you saw me, I was stood right here. And now we've gone to here. But I decided to come back because we found something else into here. I'm not sure if this is like connected to the other area we had before. Let's see how we want to do this. I'm going to build myself a little safety spot here so we can get back out. But I want to know what's in here. So let's have a look. I'm just going to dig up myself a little bit of space to look around in here. There we go. Just so I don't feel too claustrophobic. Okay, what is this? Is this more diorite? It is. Oh, look at all that copper just outside of our space. Oh, that's actually kind of savage that we can't get that. I do see a bit of coal over there, which is great. But it's obviously, it's underwater, so that's kind of... It's going to suck a little bit. I'm wondering if we can, like, dig ourselves out here. Like, just get myself a little bit of headway that I usually give in my stairwell. Because we would be going down here. Maybe if we just make this drop here. We just, like, build, like, a tunnel and leave some water at the bottom. Then we could just drop down into it. That could be like a nice way of going down real fast. Okay, we're going to do this piece by piece here. I'm going to build myself essentially like a little tunnel. And we're going to have this. Oh, what was that scary noise? I've never heard that noise before. That was a bit worrying. But yeah, basically what I'm going to build myself a tube. And hopefully leave a bit of water at the bottom of it so we can just like fall down. Shoot, I ran out of stuff. Okay, we're gonna have to do this with diorite or go back and get some cobblestone. I'm gonna go get some cobblestone because I kind of want to keep some of the diorite and andesite stuff because it's like good building materials. So I'm actually gonna drop some of this upstairs and grab some cobblestone. I don't know if this is gonna work. If it does, it'd be really cool. I think this would be a really neat way of going down the tunnel. It's just dropping down into this area here, and we'll just like grab this and we'll build this all the way up as well. Wait, are they drowned in here? I just heard a zombie groan, but it sounded like a baby zombie, so I don't know if it's either in a cave or if it's down in the water. We might be finding drowned in here. This is going to be interesting to say the least. I know kind of what I'm going for here. So we have this chunk right here. This is the one we want. So let me just drop that in there. Boom. This is the one we want to focus on. So let me dig a little bit extra room so we can kind of see what we're going with. So let's do that. So what I actually want to do here is go all the way down except for one. So we're going to leave one block of water here. I hope I left it. We'll find out in a second. The theory is that I can dig all the way down here and have the water at the bottom, and then I can like... Obviously, I'm going to have to build a stairwell back up, but it means there's like a quick access down, and then maybe we can like leave a hole in the bottom or something so we can just swim back out. Let me see if I've left one water. If I haven't, then we might be screwed. If I leave one. I'm also hit... Yes, I did. Okay, nice. So we can have this be a nice easy way for us to drop down, and then we want to come out, we just like... Hang on, I've got to get rid of one more. I keep hitting my head. So yeah, we drop down here and we go, whoa, we're in this big space now. Way! But I am hearing a lot of stuff around here, and I'm wondering where that is. It's probably going to be outside of our space. It sounds like it's over there, so I don't think we're going to be able to see it. But yeah, so this essentially is just going to be, I'm going to build like... I'm just going to make a little thing like this. I don't know why. Usually I would just dig down and I would just make a stairwell, but it's just something different. It's something a little bit fun, right? So why not? You know, it's our world. We can do whatever we want with it. So there, this is our way out. And we'll just like dig this bit so we have a little bit more space to work with, to come up with. So we can either swim down or we can just go whee and drop down the hole, and then we can go from there. But I actually want to stay up on here, I think, a little bit longer. We have a strip mine right here. And I think if we have another look at the ore distribution, copper is minus 16 to 112, most commonly at 43. And we have seen a fair bit of it around this area. It's just been on the areas that we can't actually dig to. So we can't go higher because of the water there. So what we're going to have to do is go lower. So we'll see this one is the floor. So this one will be the ceiling. So then we'll go 1, 2, 3. So let's dig this level out. So this will be the next strip mine level. And this is what I'm just going to keep doing. I'm just going to be digging around in here for a little bit longer. Let's go take a quick look outside. It should be daytime now. So let's go and see if any of our trees have grown. And then what we can do is we can just put some more like saplings down if we need to. Hello, daytime! This world is so pretty in the day. We do have some stuff growing, which is fantastic. We've got one spruce tree here. We have an oak tree there. Fantastic. Okay, let's actually spend some time outside. We've been underground a lot this episode so far, and I know we need to get more copper to be able to move on, to be able to finish. But I do want to see the daylight occasionally, especially as I'm like recording this in like I'm doing this as we're like going into like coming up to winter very soon. So it's getting dark by like 4:35 in the afternoon. And I miss the daylight. So we're just gonna spend some time outside. But this would be a really nice area for us, I think. What I might do is just flatten off some of this area. I don't want to flatten too much of it out. Actually, let me go make a shovel. I have ideas. It's not like big ideas, but it's still something. Just grab this. And we are going to go make some sticks. Make ourselves a stone shovel here. And let's just put some of this away. We don't need these bits. Keep that on us because we need to build our doorway back in a bit. But no, what I actually wanted to do out here, I'm thinking I might flatten off some of this top area, like just this layer here. Just so in our starting area we have a little bit more flat ground. And this would be an easier way of us like getting an indication of where the edge of our area is as well. Oh, leaf litter. Sure, we can decorate a place up with that later. Snowballs. Nice. I don't know if we're going to need snow, but we have it, so that's great. But yeah, I just wanted to flatten this out so we had a little bit more area to work with. So we can have this as our little hilly area. This is where we go into the area, but if you want to like remake our like farm, we can have a nice flat area for it. I think the guy in here has already died, by the way. I think he already despawned. Like, I'm not hearing him anymore. Yeah. Well, we tried. A little a little capture box. I'm still proud of ourselves for trying and for making it, but yeah. I think we probably needed a name tag, to be honest. We should have been able to do it. I think if we had a name tag, we would have been able to like stop him from despawning, and then at that point then be able to keep him for as long as we needed. But I thought he would disappear. I wanted to try it, okay, just in case, because if we're getting zombie villagers, then I don't know if that means that there is a village nearby. I don't actually know the spawn rate of the zombie villager. If anybody knows, let me know down below. I'm just curious. Like, does that mean there's a town nearby, or can they just like spawn wherever? I would be very curious to find out. But yeah, what I want to use this area for, eventually I want to have like maybe the farm up here or something. But for right now, what I actually want to do is, you know, let's get rid of the snow as well. I don't know what we're going to do with the snow or the snowballs, but for right now, let me just like get rid of this all for a bit. We're going to put down an oak sapling there and an oak sapling here. This spruce one doesn't seem to be growing on the edge. Which is interesting. More oak saplings. Let me see. I'm going to put the spruce there because I wanted to have some room around it. And let's put one right there as well. But yeah, I think what I want to do is we're just going to dig for a bit longer. Honestly, there's not really much we can do up here. We're just waiting for saplings to grow to get more wood. But to be able to get the next chunk, to be able to expand our area, we just need copper. So I think what we'll do, let's just close this back up for the day. I'm going to go back into the mines. Randomly just have a bunch of snowballs now, just because, sure. But yeah, I'm actually gonna let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's make a couple more stone shovels. And I'm just gonna go and dig. That's basically all I'm gonna do. You're not gonna miss anything. If I find anything cool, I'll come back. But basically all we're gonna do down in this area right now is I'm just gonna keep going down. We have this area over here. I think what I'll do, I'll swim to the bottom here, and I'll try and make a safe spot for us so we can start digging down even further. And I'll try and find the edge here, and I'll start digging across. You know what? Should we try and do it together, just in case I die? Because, yeah, we would want to come down here, really. We do have this coal, but it's going to be really hard to get. But we do have the copper here, so what I'm tempted to do is just, like, dig here and try not to die. Oh, God, I'm trying to go up. Oh, I didn't leave myself a breathing hole. I forgot that I covered it all up. Oops! I guess we're going swimming then. Where did I leave my entrance? Is it you? It is you. Well, my bad. I forgot completely that I blocked that area up and I couldn't find the air hole. But it's fine. We only died right here. Hopefully we were able to get the rest of our stuff. Did I die in the tube? Where was it? Watch me die again, just so I can get my stuff back. Why am I not going down? Oh my god. Get into the hole! Do I not know how to swim in this game? Oh my god. This was a terrible plan. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, maybe we won't be doing this then, because all I wanted to do... This is my air hole here, right? This is what I wanted. Let me dig this area back out. This is going to get me killed. There we go. We'll just have a nice safe bit right there. I'm trying to find my other pickaxe, because I did have another one. Where did I lose that? I don't know. It's fine. It's kind of annoying actually. Like, it was cool at first, but now I'm kind of just annoyed. Because we want to, like, go down here or something. I might just have to, like, dig into the wall. And just to make an air hole, and maybe we'll go back on ourselves. Because it'll be easier, I think, for us to dig into the wall here. Oh, God. The audio is terrifying. Oh, no, it keeps going. Which is cool. But it's also not great for me, because I was hoping I'd be able to, like... Whoa! Where did that come from? Wait, someone out here is trying to kill me. Is there... What is happening under here? Hang on. Let me take a breath. It was down here. Someone was shooting at me from somewhere. Oh, he's down there. Wait, no, this is good information. I don't think he can hit me from here. Hopefully not anyway. Oh, no, he can. He's definitely hit me. Okay. But this is good information, though, because there's a lava pool down there. And we are going to need obsidian later. So what we can use this as reconnaissance, essentially, is find out where that is, which chunk that is. We need to find out which direction that goes. So when we buy a new chunk, we know which chunk to buy to get the lava pool. So I'm going to try and do this without dying. We need to look. We see the chunk, the block information. We need to see which direction that is. So that goes... The first number is getting bigger. Okay, get rid of this so I don't drown. I need to find my air pocket. Oh, shoot. Where is it? Ugh. Okay, right. So it goes this way. And that goes... Yeah, so the first number gets bigger. Let me go upstairs. It'll be easier for us to do this upstairs where we can see where we're going so we know which direction we need to buy the chunk in. It's going to be a bit scary getting down there because, like, it just kind of just drops into nothing. But we'll just have to do what we can with that information. No shot! That's rude! I can't believe I just did that. That took so long. We've been waiting that entire time. for that piece of wheat to grow. And in digging my way out of my hole, I reached too far and I just punched the almost grown wheat. Now it's a seed again. Oh, that's so annoying, dude. Fine. I'll make this my new entrance, shall I? Dude, that's so annoying. Okay, I'm gonna try and do this without dying. Hopefully nothing spawns around me, but let's bring up F3. So the number gets bigger. Oh, that's actually kind of helpful because we wanted to maybe go this way for the birch. I don't know how far we're going to have to go, but this is the direction we need to buy chunks in if we want to get that lava pool. So I can make a sign and say lava this way kind of thing so that we know where that's going to be. Let me do that. So we want, let's just make it out of spruce. We've got plenty of spruce around. So make a stick. And then I think it's this for a sign. It is fantastic. Okay. That's probably safer to do during the day, but screw it, we're gonna do it now anyway. We're gonna go ahead and go lava pool this way. So now we know which way to buy if we want to buy that chunk eventually. So that's great. That's good for us. Okay. So what are we going to do about digging down? Because obviously we want to dig further to be able to get new stuff. I think let's just strip mine for a little bit longer and we'll deal with this bit afterwards. Because this is cool, having that cave down there. But we need really to get a safe way of getting down there first. So I think what we'll do, I'm just going to keep digging for more copper. We need better tools and we're going to need armor. And here is copper, which is exactly what I was hoping. We need a bunch of this stuff. So let's just dig all of this for now. That one vein was so helpful. We needed all of that. So I'm going to go, it's math. 4 of it is 32. So 5 should be enough. 5 coal should be enough to get all of that done. So really all we need to do now is hold out until that's finished. So I'm just going to go continue strip mining until this pickaxe is dead. Once this pickaxe breaks, we'll be done. I'm going to come through here and we're going to get as much copper as we can get from this area because obviously we're going to need 1 set of copper to be able to buy the next chunk. But we don't really want to go from copper straight back into stone tools again. So what we're going to want to do is basically we're just going to want to dig until we have more copper. Like we just need more stuff. So while we wait for that to like smelt upstairs, see the edge of the thing here. So that's as far as we want to go there. Let me dig this way and go to the stairwell. So we know how far we can go this way. And basically, yeah, let's just get more resources so that we know that, oh look, iron! That's handy! I actually do love that for us. I'm joking around, but that's actually really nice to have extra stuff there. But yeah, like I say, once our copper tools are made, we can buy another chunk. But we also want to make sure that we're not going to be stuck on stone forever. So pretty much I'm just gonna get all of this stuff out as much as we can get while that stuff smelts. As soon as it's smelted, we'll be able to make all the stuff we need, and that'll be the end of this episode, because what I'm aiming to do with this series is have 1 episode per chunk purchase. If it ends up being more for certain things, like for example, like there is going to be 1 chunk later on, we have to have our 3 unique buildings made. That might end up being split into separate episodes depending on how long it takes me to build something. But I think most of these we can probably get done in 1 episode a piece. If we have to do them as like 0.5 episodes, we do them as like episode 7 and 7.5, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. And if you guys are enjoying this and you want to play along as well, like as I say, in the description down below, you can find all the information to the chunk challenge. It is all in a Google Doc. It basically, you just go through it and it will tell you how to do all of like the setup, how to pay for your new chunks, and just basically a little description about how it's going to work. I've been having a lot of fun with this so far. Like I said, I never really know what I want to do with this, but this gives me purpose, and it's like, it's not just a case of what I want to do, it's just all the things I love about playing Minecraft, which is the satisfaction of digging holes and seeing what new stuff we can make, like what new items you have to build with and stuff like that, like in a really small area, so I don't feel overwhelmed by having this entire expansive world. But it gives me the excitement of knowing there's somewhere to go, something for me to do. And like I say, this is to build us up to that. And when, like, once we get to the end of the challenge, we'll have diamond tools. We'll have enough levels to be able to enchant some gear. We'll have a nether portal ready to go there. So if we haven't already made it there, then by the end of this challenge, we should have everything we need to make our venture into the nether. That means there's another portal at spawn. So if you want to make a spawn hub in the nether portal, I know some people, myself included, love to make like train lines and minecart rails everywhere. So there was a private server I was a part of at some point with like myself and a couple of friends. And I decided all I was going to do was build a railway all the way out to the Badlands, and it was like 4,000 blocks or something. It was wild, and I was like, well, no one has a light rig yet, and nobody wants to run that far. So why don't I build a railway? And the only thing I did on that server was build this railway. So I'm having a lot of fun with this so far. Let me know what you're thinking of this. It's hopefully going to be a minimal edit kind of series, just having fun, chatting away with you guys, just playing Minecraft the old school way. There's no speed runs here. I'm not a professional in any way. As you saw earlier in the episode, I died very easily and I just have fun with it. I hope you guys are having fun watching as well. I know right now we're just watching stuff smelt, but it's because I'm chatting away and we're waiting. Once we have enough ingots, we'll be able to like we should be able to smelt everything in. I think we probably already have enough or close enough to it, so we can make it in a moment. But yeah, I'm having fun with this. Let me know down below what you think of it so far. If you think it's fun, if you would like to have a go at it as well, let me know what you think. Obviously, this is made for Java. If you are a Bedrock player, I don't know how things are going to change, but if anybody would like to help me with making the rules for the Bedrock side of this, please do let me know if you're like curious about doing that, because I've never played Bedrock and I don't know what the differences are between this and Bedrock. If you read through the rules and you go, oh, that won't work in Bedrock, we don't have that, or this will be more difficult in Bedrock, please do let me know. Like, let me know in some comments down below, like how to make this Bedrock friendly. And if you're having a go at it yourself, please do let me know as well. And if you use the hashtag expanding chunk challenge, I'll be able to find out where to go. My test save has an entire acacia and a deep slate build. It's all like orange and black and everything. It was very appropriate for the fact that we just had Halloween. So I've been having a lot of fun with it. And I'm hoping this was going to be really fun as well. I really love the area we're in, the snowy taiga, the fact that we've got like spruce everywhere. Spruce is my favorite wood. I love the way the spruce forest looks. So we can make ourselves our own spruce wonderland and have the ice rink like once we buy down that way and everything. I think it's going to be really cool. I love that we have the ice bikes. Oh, it's just such a pretty area of the world for us to be in, and I'm really excited about like the potential of this. It's going to be so good. But we're almost done with this, so what we need to do is we need to make our pickaxe, axe, hoe, shovel and sword out of copper, and then it's the headpiece, the chest, the legs, and the boots. We're gonna have enough with this lot, and then once we've made that, that will be the end of the episode. We'll buy the next chunk. I don't know if we're gonna buy backwards for that lava pool just yet, but we are gonna have more than enough chunks by the end of it to be able to buy that way. I'm kind of tempted to see if we can maybe buy back towards the ice, because I think it'll be really nice. I see we have some sand there, and it's so random that we have sand. I'm not sure why we got that there. It's like a tiny amount of it, but this is going to be it. All right, let's go. So we want pickaxe. We want an axe. We want a shovel and a hoe. And then we want a sword. So that's all of our tools made. And then we want a helmet, leggings. Let's move this pickaxe out of the way. Then we want a chest piece. And finally, the boots. And we have 13 copper ingots left over. That is the lot. So we have all of our copper stuff, which means we can buy chunk 2. This is really exciting. Okay, so let's go outside and have a look. Is it nighttime yet? It's daytime. Perfect, because now we can go outside and we can have a look. I believe those red lines over there are the next chunk border, which suggests we actually do have access to ice if we go that way. So that's a good potential. We can go down towards the ice there. And I know that when we were doing a little look around earlier on, we saw a bit of sand. There's some sandstone right there. And we could go this way as well, because that is where the lava pool is. But I think for right now, I want to go towards the ice. I am going to build backwards on the land later, but I want to buy this chunk in front of us right now. I think it'll be really nice to have this space down by the ice. We can make a little ice rink down here later. So chunk 2, official purchase, is going to be this way. So this will take us all the way down here. We have water access right there. And we have all of this ice space. What is this underneath here, I wonder? Is this just how thick the ice is? So seeing as this is our space now, I'm just going to dig this out for 1 second. Let's go and have a look under here. Ooh, look at this. Oh, this looks so good under here. But yes, this is our space now. So we now have access to the ice. I don't know what I want to do with the sand. I'm tempted to leave it, but at the same time, if we grab that, we can make some glass. It's just the fact that this is the only sand that we have. Is this a different biome? No, it's still Snowy Tiger. I didn't realize sand could spawn in Snowy Tiger. I'm learning a lot by playing this. But yeah, we have our new area. This is going to be our our second spot. And yeah, I think this is a really cool place for us to finish. I'm going to go just drop this back to keep our inside space safe. But our next requirement, chunk 2 requirement, I believe, I will double check it right now. Yes, okay, so our next requirement is to have a sustainable food source, which means we are going to have to make a farm which is large enough that we are going to be able to, and often enough, be able to make wheat. Obviously, we only have this one bit for right now. So we're going to have to be really careful with that. It's not going to count as sustainable food source by having one piece here. We are going to have like a full field, or we're going to have like a bunch of cows and have enough space for those cows to be able to breed often and be able to use the meat. Or the other way I was able to do it, which is the other reason why I wanted to buy the ice down here, was to basically make a fishing rod and have that fishing rod and that water be our access to food. Knowing that we can find like mending fishing rods is so helpful. I didn't realize we were going to be able to get that. That was a really nice discovery, but I think what could be really, really nice, and the other reason I wanted this ice, as soon as I saw this wild, I was really excited. I want to build an ice fishing hut out here. So we'll have to buy like one more out this way, I think, or out that way. It's just have a little hut on the ice with a hole in the ground, and that's going to be where we fish from. But for right now, what we're going to have to do is make a fishing rod and try to fish through one of these holes and see if we can find ourselves a mending fishing rod. Can we make that right now? Before we leave, let me just go and see that. It's the last thing I want to do before today. I don't remember how much. Is it 2 pieces of string and then 3 sticks? Actually, let me just look it up. Yes, we can actually. Ooh, okay, hang on. Let me do this right now so that we have this ready for next time. Once I see this, I'll know what to do with this next time. But whoops. There we go. We want to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. And I know this is the only string we have. I've done that wrong, haven't I? There we go. So now we have a way to start getting food next time. I'm just gonna empty my inventory. Let's put the planks up. We have 11 pieces of iron already, so that's a great start towards our 45 we need for later. So this is all the stuff that has been paid for our next chunk. And then we can go out here. And it is nighttime right now, but that is where we're going to be going next time. So I hope you guys have been having a lot of fun with this. I definitely have been having fun with this series. I would love to say goodbye outside, but I'm probably going to die. So this is going to be where we're going to sign off for the day in our little stone box in here. But this has been a lot of fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying it as well. And yeah, we have all of our copper stuff ready for next time. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you for being here. The next episode will be up as soon as it's up. I'm going to try and get, like I say, 1 episode per chunk. And if it ends up taking a while, then we will try our best to split them up into effective pieces. But for right now, thank you so much for watching. Please leave your comments, suggestions, and feedback down below. And remember, it's always tea time somewhere in the world. Bye-bye.